All right, so stadium stuff. The EIR is finally finished. It sounds like we'll have some more clarity within the next couple of months, but this stuff always kind of seems to kind of take longer. So, it sounds like some people are circling February as a possible date when they could discuss and certify the EIR. I know this is just like a necessary hurdle, but hey, they're doing it, and it's like they're making progress. I'm pretty optimistic about it, but obviously there's still a lot of work to be done. You guys, I know you guys have said you're kind of pissed off, you guys bummed, like, like about that whole situation. Like, is that just detracting from the field?
I'm very happy that the EIR came out.
Well, it's the closest that they've been. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I think we're like
No, you're good.
I think we're like delayed or something.
I know. It's weird. I don't know if it's me or if it's George.
You guys should Rochambeau for
My bad.
it.
Go ahead now. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine if I cut you off, but it's the closest that they've ever been. It feels like it's more positive than anything. What was it? The mayor of Vegas said that she feels like there's a 60% chance that they're going to stay in Oakland. So I feel like that negative part is dying down, and people are focusing more on the positive.
I didn't hear
the
say
EIR
that.
coming out. Yeah, this was a couple days ago, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on. I think she was on some podcast, but I mean, it seems like the A's are gaining traction, and this is it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was weird, man, to hear like a Vegas politician say like, "Oh, I think we're not gonna give them any what do you call it, public funding for the land, for anything basically," and she pretty much said like, "I think they're gonna stay. We hope they stay in Oakland." And I was just like, "Damn, that's like coming from."
That's crazy. I gotta go listen to that. I didn't hear that, so I gotta go find that stuff.
Yeah, man. Even I was like surprised and shocked. Like I wish people, politicians like that.
That'd be so ironic if like the Raiders are responsible for keeping the A's in Oakland. They're like, "Oh, we're paying for the Raiders stadium. We don't want the A's. You keep staying in Oakland." That'd be hella funny, dude.
Dude, what's funny is like I feel like the Raiders obviously the Raiders to me are like the Yankees of the NFL, right? Like they had that's the not the face of the NFL, but they at least were like as famous as them, even more, to where you could move them, and do that. The A's are acting like
I see, just like a hella big brand where they could just go wherever and they would be fine. Like, yeah, I was like the Yankees. I was like, what?
no, like the brand basically.
Yeah,
because like, and then the A's are acting just like them, and you're like, dude, like you guys don't have this huge fan base that transcends the whole nation for you to just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna go over there, and I bet you we're gonna be the shit. Like, no, man, like I people know you guys are cheap bastards.
Yeah, there's no secret about that. Like, they made a movie about it.
For real.
What? So, yeah, I don't know, because I wonder, like, yeah, I don't know. It seems like I wonder if they're just really convinced, like, oh, we could fill this place for 80 dates and just off tourism. Like, they would have to be on the strip. I think they would have to be on the strip, but I don't know.
They would.
I sound hella gargly. I just heard myself. I sound hella gargly, huh? Hella messed up. But I don't know. I just think like they put so much effort into Howard Terminal so far. It's like they should at least see this through, and then like I feel like it's heading to the point now where it's like if it doesn't work out, it's because the A's don't want it to work out. I mean, obviously I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's like, dude, Oakland's putting forth the work. Like they're tapping into federal funds. Like they got Alameda County to sign on board. Like they pushed this shit through. Like. I mean, yeah. I was gonna say Libby Shaft's all about it, but I was like, that's probably doesn't really help.
Yeah.
But,
it felt for the longest time that there's so much finger pointing going on, like you're to blame. No, you're to blame. Then now it feels like Oakland's like, all right, let's just get it done. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And they're putting their hand out for the handshake. And now we're waiting on the A's to meet them in the middle. And yeah, but I feel like all that drama is kind of slowly dying. And I like the fact that there's some positivity towards this whole thing for once, because it was all just Vegas for over like the last 6 months. So
Yeah, I was pretty excited when the EIR came out. I mean, it's something I've been following since high school. I mean, I wrote a paper on this. It's the first time I've ever seen an EIR for a stadium in Oakland.
It's crazy,
So,
right? It's like there's an actual framework in place now. Like
Yeah.
it's like, I know
Yeah.
like there's so much stuff to be done. Like they got to figure out the financials. You know, Hyphy Republic, that independent reporter on Oakland, he was saying like the big sticking point is they got to get the development deal done. But I don't know. Like I keep referencing the Santa Clara Stadium with the Niners, and I just went back to look. I found some timeline of like when they approved everything, and it was like 2 years that like between the EIR certification and the development deal, and that's where they said, oh, they're getting their financing from like Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, whatever. So it's like, I don't know if like in 2 years there still isn't more clarity to this situation, maybe, but I think like there's, yeah, you know, there's like they keep progressing as it should, you know.
Right.
So like it's progressing on a path on a trajectory towards a completion. Like obviously it's maybe 60% there or whatever, 70% there or whatever, but they're getting, like I think they're beyond the halfway point, I think, with the draft of this, you know, like
100%.
yeah.
I agree. And you know what we should take to account, or at least in my opinion, I think they're moving not way too fast, but they're moving pretty like they're in my opinion, they're pretty much going forward and moving pretty faster than what I expected.
They're just saying like yes to everything pretty much.
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah, no,
it's like, are they really taking time to examine everything kind of deal?
Yeah, like I think they're ahead of it actually, where people think that there's this thing where like they're going super slow, but in my opinion, I mean, we're still in a pandemic, and I can't believe that
and that shit is coming back too, dude. And I wonder if they're like, oh shit, like, you know, like, I mean, Alameda County, that's what they always say. They're like, we're trying to deal with the health crisis, you know, and it's like, yeah.
But I don't think nothing's gonna close again. There's no way, because we already know what to do. We already know the steps to take in order to kind of contain this.
Yeah.
You know, the Omarion.
Yeah, like I think Omarion's my favorite. I think Omarion's my
the B2K strain, you know.
Yeah. But going back to the EIR, man, yeah, no, I celebrated that thing, and I'm hoping for some good news. January 19, 2022. It's at 3 p.m. They're gonna vote on certification of the final, and I think
well, no, so I think it's like the housing commission has to like be like, oh yeah, this is.
Oh,
like
sorry. Yeah, the Oakland Planning Commission is.
Yeah. So they have to like okay it, and then I think it's like in February is when it would be first eligible for the city council to look at it. Who knows if they actually do it then? But technically that's when, yeah. So that's like that's why people are stoked about February, because that's like the next, January 19th in February.
Yeah. I mean, even then, that's kind of again, that's kind of a big thing if it gets past the planning commission too. So
yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, really, are they gonna be able to review that whole thing in a month? Like maybe, yeah, it's like I know everybody wants this thing done, but like I don't know. I think if they just get some sort of clarity in 2022, I think that's kind of the goal.
Show me the money.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, on all the slides throughout this whole process, the A's have said like they will stake $5.77 billion of capital for the $6 billion project. So it's like, you know, and at one point I asked Dave Cavill, like, is it, you know, Fisher's Investments? He's like, oh, the A's will pay for it. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but I was like, okay. So I got to trim payroll, but you know, so yeah, who knows? I mean,
this is,
I don't know. I mean, I don't, I think it's something, something is happening. Something has happened, and I think it's something significant. But definitely still a lot of work to go. So, but
I agree. But again, it's we're moving in the right direction. And what did you say that it took 2 years from the certification of the EIR and Santa
Mhm.
Clara to actually put a shovel in the ground?
no, to just reach the development agreement, which I guess is the legally binding contract, which says like, you know, this is for real, like this is like for real, like you know, the entering the contract between the city and the developer, which would be the A. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So like, I mean, I think, and then so once that happened, I think it was like 4 months after that they put a shovel in the ground. So it was like 2 years and 4 months after the certification of the EIR is the timeline. So, and if I remember correctly, the Niners like jump started their stuff like a year ahead of time or something like that. I remember,
Yeah, they had to meet some deadline. I want to say
yeah, there was something
about.
going on. So,
Yeah,
like they might have had accelerated timeline too, but it sounds like the A's are on that same deal. Like from what I mean, I think like in the contract it says right now, 2025 is like the last time they can have a shovel in the ground, or like the drop dead date of 2028. So and then
Just
Cavill, I don't know. He said when he talked to Casey Pratt, he's like, it doesn't have to be 2024, 2025. Maybe it could be faster, but I mean, who knows? I'm saying if it's done by 2025, 2024, that's probably best case scenario, you know,
I mean, for the people that
for
aren't,
shovel on the ground. Yeah.
for like the fans, I think the fans want it super quick, but these things take time, man. I don't think people understand how much time this actually takes to get things built,
Yeah.
especially in California.
Yeah. And
yeah.
it's like,
Uh,
yeah, I don't know. It's like these politicians, like you could tell when they're in those meetings, like they got so much other shit to do. They're just like it's just part of their daily agenda. It's not like they're just like stopping all
They're
their shit.
like
And, like
baseball.
they're like, yeah, let me put all my efforts into this. Like, you know, if you've been on the streets, like, you know, we got homelessness, like we got a bunch of shit going on. So